My family and I recently survived an hour of torture.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Thank you for joining us today. As many of you know, I hope all of you know this, Rhett, I hope you know this too, I am a family man.
What?
I got a wife, I've got 3 children, and I'm a family man. I try to do things to corral all of us in a family atmosphere that betters us.
You actually have a minivan.
I actually have a minivan.
And you're not trying to be ironic. You just have one.
I just need it. I mean, I don't know how to live without it, unapologetically.
Yeah.
I look for ways to get us all in this said transportation device, which I'll choose not to mention by name again, and do things
talking about a minivan?
that will create memories. Screens are a big deal in our house. You know, we try to do things to get the kids out from in front of a screen. So we're always looking for things to do that are more active, to create memories together, right?
Right, memories.
Family man.
You want to create memories.
There is a lake.
About you? Is that what you're saying? You just said memories, and then you said me.
Family man.
Oh, okay.
There is a lake near our house which has paths around it. Maybe it's a good place to go to do things more active. And we have seen around this lake that there are these bicycles that will hold an entire family.
Oh yeah, I've seen these. I've seen them at the beach.
And well, they're here too. Yeah, I think I've seen them at the beach. Like 2 rows and then a little thing for babies in the front. So it's like 2 bicycles beside each other. It's not just a bicycle built for 2. It's 2 bicycles built for like 5 or 6.
Bicycles.
So we're like, okay.
They look amazing. I gotta say, they look amazing. I've almost done it and never done it, but now you've apparently had an experience and maybe I'll.
Yeah, I'm calling these things torture devices. So let me just explain what happened to us. I see this and it's like, this is a perfect example for us to do something active together as a family. Bingo. Lily, who doesn't even like to hike or do things like that outside, she was just like, we want to do this. I'm not gonna label my own daughter. I'm not gonna fall into that trap. She's just not into hiking.
Okay.
But she was into this type of tandem biking type thing. So I'm like, okay, we will do that. So we go there. We go to the lake and we get out of our minivan and we're walking up to the place where you can rent the bike. And I see a family coming by us and it's just a slight incline. And these people are huffing and puffing and just sweating. And really? Christy says, as they go right past us, like literally this close to us, Christy says, "Doesn't look easy." Kind of an uncomfortable laugh with a question mark. No response from the family.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
It was like they had just come back from war.
How many people? How many people were we talking about? What was the age range of the kids?
There were 4 people on that particular one. 2 adults and 2 kids who were like preteen. I got 11, an 8-year-old, and a 3.5-year-old. 3.5-year-old ain't gonna pedal. He's just dead weight.
Right, of course.
But you know, we get up there, 1 hour, $30. So I'm like, okay, these people, they didn't seem to be having a good time, but I think we're in better shape than them.
Oh, they're big.
$30, you get what you pay for, so maybe this will be a good experience, because that's expensive for 1 hour on one of these things.
Well, for 5 people, not too bad.
So I pay up. I'm like, you know, money is no object to be a family man. And we take off on this thing, we get on the path, and immediately I realize that this torture device of a bicycle does not succumb to any of the normal physics associated with bicycles.
What do you mean? Maybe it was a paddle boat. Maybe you were in a paddle boat and you didn't know it.
It was a bike, it had 4 wheels. And you would pedal, there'd be 1 steering wheel that worked, and I had that, and then there were 4, each of us had pedals that all worked, like 2 bikes. And it was as if it was in a really high gear, so you had to pedal really hard to get the thing going. But then the theory would be with bicycle physics that once you really get going, that thing is gonna take off, right?
Yeah, momentum.
Well then, I got to the point where we were pedaling really fast and it was as if somebody was underneath the thing just holding it, giving resistance to the whole thing and not allowing it to go.
Are you sure that like your 3-year-old wasn't down there?
I looked down there was nobody down there holding it. It was some invisible demon keeping the thing from going.
Are you sure that your kids weren't pedaling backwards?
Even when we were pedaling fast, it was not going. But we're still having a good time.
What is being said at this moment? Are you like the other family being completely silent?
It's like, push harder, we can do this, come on. This is fun. This is fun. And then quickly emotions begin to fray. And it's like,
who went first?
It's so difficult to pedal this thing. Are you pedaling the wrong direction?
Oh, is this you and your wife?
This is like, my legs aren't long enough. Yeah, this is just me talking.
Oh, this is.
No, this is all the kids. We're switching people around so they can reach pedals and stuff like that. And the thing will just not go. We're on flat ground and a kid on training wheels is passing us. Yeah. Literally.
There's something wrong with these bikes. Listen.
They will not go.
I've seen large people down at Venice Beach on these things, and they're just like eating ice cream and doing it at the same time.
There's some sort of governor on these things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You went to the wrong place, man.
So then we hit the first hill, and I'm like, this is not going to go. I have to
uphill.
Uphill.
Okay.
I got to go up this hill, and I'm thinking, this is going to be bad. I've got to start to go into motivational dad mode.
Did the guy who rented this have any
no
words
warnings,
of advice?
No warnings, no nothing.
Huh.
He was just like, give me your $30 and your ID. He had to keep my ID.
Oh, wow, and he made a copy of it. You better watch out.
That's the scam right there.
Yeah, he made a copy of it. He is you now.
So I have to do a motivational speech, and I'm like, all right, kids and wife, we're about to hit this hill, and we've got to be full steam ahead, and we've got to give this thing all we've got. Lando's like, he's not pedaling anything. I'm like, we got to do this. So I just start counting the strokes. I'm like, 1, 2, 3. We're going to make this thing. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I said, just pedal like your life depends on it. And Christy started getting into it. And she was like, yeah, it's like there's lava down below us. It's like if we don't make it to the top, we'll lose a family member.
What?
If we don't make it to the top, we'll lose a family member. She said that.
You realize a 3-year-old takes that seriously. So all of a sudden he's like, how do I get to the pedals?
Well, Lily said, which one?
Oh. That's smart.
It mattered to her.
The youngest one.
No, she was like, Lincoln. If it's Lincoln, I'm not pedaling. That's what she said.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you think Lincoln
felt?
felt?
A lot of things to work on.
So, but we made it to the top of this hill.
You did it.
And then we got to go down the other side, and it's like,
well, that had to be fun going down the hill.
That was pretty fun. And then I decided we were going to go off the path. We were going to go into a restricted area.
Yeah, since you've got it mastered so well, let's go off-road.
And lo and behold, it becomes a life or death situation because we encounter this other hill, and I give the same speech. It's like your life depends on it. Come on, we could lose a family member. Let's push. And then we're going, we're making it. And then all of a sudden we come to a slow stop.
Was it like a dirt hill?
And I look, no, it's paved, but this thing is steep. And we are only halfway up the hill. And we cannot go any further. And if it wasn't for my leg, all the tension was on my leg, holding this thing from starting to go back down the hill. Now this is a big contraption.
Is there a brake?
There is a hand brake that won't do anything. It's like a little caliper on one of the wheels. Because I'm off the grid here. They're not supposed to let you go on ones with this type of a incline,
right?
Or decline if you start going in reverse. I mean, literally, I thought one of us could be mauled by this contraption. Especially that I'm like holding the tension, and I said, "Everybody, get off the bike! Get off the bike!" And then everyone's like, "What?" And then Lincoln gets off the bike and gets behind the bike like he's gonna push. I'm like, no! Don't get back there, because I really thought this thing could go backwards at any moment, and that would have been, and Lily's like on the side, like, yes, you pushed the bike. And I'm like getting him out of the way and yelling at him, and runners are going by and like giving us these weird looks. And it is like a life or death situation for Lincoln now. And I'm trying to yell at him to get him, and I said, don't be stupid. I said that, and I'm sorry.
And of course,
in the park, in front of everybody, I'm yelling at my son.
It's one of those dads that said, don't be stupid.
And so everybody got off, and then I was able to power the rest of the way up the hill.
Call social services.
And I did not hold my composure. So I'm not dad of the year anymore.
So I shouldn't do this? Well, listen.
You shouldn't do it.
No, but at the beach, it's zero elevation change the whole time. That's where I think that's the key. You can't try to do the hills. You got to just go.
$30, 60 minutes later, we all get off the thing, and Lily's like, well, not doing that again. That's how she summed it up, and I totally agree.
All right, this episode has been sponsored by Balboa Lake Family Bicycles.
I didn't want to mention where it was because I didn't want to poo-poo them.
Well, some other lake.
You know what time it is.
My name is Chelsea from Syracuse, New York, and this is my Big Mac and Cheese. It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
We've also got a Tumblr, people. There's things tumbling around over on Tumblr, and I mean, it's like the most exciting thing on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you that excited?
Our
about it?
Tumblr.
Is the most exciting thing.
People have become addicted to it.
Rhett thinks he is Hawkman.
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see that down there?
An underdeveloped lat muscle.
Is that a feather?
No, it's a little bit of your neck hair.
I think it's a feather.
I think it's neck hair coming down from like your...
I think I've got a feather sprouting.
It's probably just something you should shave. Why?
Actually, that's not how my wings work. I don't grow feathers. I don't know why I asked you if I was sprouting feathers, because I have special feathers that I have made for myself.
Oh, really?
Because I'm Hawkman.
German Shepherd! What if people called their dogs by calling the breed? That's what would have been happening.